All right, look at this article I just found. It said student on leave after claiming she jabbed patients over a pronoun pin.
She jabbed a patient.
Yeah, so the headline's kind of like weird, but you hear what I'm talking. So a student at Wake Forest University School of Medicine is on leave after apologizing for a tweet in which she bragged about unnecessarily sticking a patient twice while drawing blood. So she's deleted the post since then. Um, the student said she did so to make a point about transgender rights, and after the backlash on social media, uh, and she's apologized and deleted the tweet. And they actually put her name out here, so they really call her out for this one. But I guess it's because like, it's a Twitter
Oh,
thing, so I guess people like saw her, and that's the problem with you posting stuff on public and stuff. But her name's Michelle Del Rosario, 4th year student, so that could be you on or me. But I'm done with rotation, so she tweeted that a male patient joking about her pronoun pin she was wearing, and she double jabbed his arm. So she said, I had a patient, this is her quote, I was doing a blood draw on, see my pronoun pin, and proudly laughed to the staff. She, her? Well, of course it is. What other pronouns even are there? It? So I missed his vein, so he had to get stuck twice. So, let me hear your reactions on that.
oh, on left. That's so dumb. She like proudly posted about that too.
Yeah.
That she like physically hurt the guy. Okay, not. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that bad, but like he didn't bleed out or whatever. But just did that on purpose because he commented on her pin. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
She should get backlash from that. How are you in medical school saying you want to like help people and then basically punishing a guy just because he made fun of you? Or like your pin or your pronouns, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I don't even think it was, I don't think the dude even made fun of her. I think it's not like he's like, oh, you dumb for wearing that pin or something, but I think just the fact that he, didn't believe in other pronouns,
Yeah.
and that's what made her like decide, oh, I need to, make him pay for that because he doesn't
Yeah.
believe in other
That's
pronouns.
so unfortunate too, because I feel like I hate it when people will just like automatically attack somebody for not understanding a certain thing because I think they're just totally missing out on an opportunity to really to educate somebody on that, you know? And that started with like the whole COVID thing. I mean, people were getting mad at other people for saying stuff just like really rashly, but they didn't really care and then they wouldn't take the time to actually educate the person on something. And I think it's hard because um like people don't have like a lot of people don't have the patience to do that, but I think it just makes their case worse if they're not taking the time to actually educate the person because I don't know, maybe the person didn't really understand, maybe it was an older man, he didn't really understand other pronouns that people can identify as now.
Yeah, for
And so
sure.
maybe right, he could have just been making a joke but he didn't know that it wasn't a harmless joke to her, or but she didn't also have to take that as him making a joke on her. He just maybe didn't understand it. And if he didn't understand it, then she could have just, told him like, oh, these are my pronouns. Other people do have other pronouns, instead of just like going in and jabbing the guy again.
Mm. Oh, okay. So I lost a
Connection.
signal and stuff, but I think just I know what's going on. I know what you guys are talking about. That medical student. Is she a medical student or an intern? Right.
Fourth year medical student.
She's a 4th-year medical student. Did she lose her? Like, did she get suspended or what?
No, not from what I'm reading.
Oh, okay. She just got backlash
Yeah,
by the public.
I'm sure the school
okay.
didn't do anything about it, right?
This
The
is
school
anything
probably.
the school doesn't do.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, she apologized to the school or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's. Wait,
She
so
deserves the backlash because I think that's horrible for her to do that.
she deserves. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you trying to like physically do that to someone just because they said something with their words? I mean, it's the same thing with, Will Smith and whatever. He deserved that backlash because he, physically hurt somebody. when there's
Yeah.
other ways you can handle a situation. And I
Wait,
think
so what did she actually do? I forgot. Did she like
Let me
stab him
let me
again?
summarize
No,
the
no,
stuff
no.
for you, bro.
No. I know. You don't have to summarize the whole thing, okay? So she like poked him again on purpose when she didn't need to.
So she essentially, I don't know. Let me read this part for you, okay? So she said
Okay.
she apologized to the school for her misguided post. The school shared an apology. So this is her apology. I am writing this as an apology for a very responsible tweet I sent on Twitter that I highly regret. For the event mentioned in the tweet, I was performing a blood draw on a patient, and during our conversation, they had shown dismay at my pronoun pin. I calmly share my thoughts about pronouns. So I guess she did kind of try to educate. I don't know if she did, and actually not, but this is what she did in the apology, and did not escalate the situation further. End of quote. The student chalked up her unsuccessful blood draw to, quote, my inexperience as a student, but explained that her supervisor performed a second successful draw. So during this encounter, I never intended to harm the patient. I understand how my
Oh.
misguided tweet read that I did intend to harm them as retribution. So
Mm.
okay.
that was
Okay.
that was in her apology letter.
Well, we'll just take it as she was sincere about it, which
I'm
I'll
not
give her
taking
that.
it. I'm
No?
not giving her that. No.
I
No.
mean, I still, even like reading the apology, I still think she deserves the backlash because you're gonna have to know what people are gonna say when you post that kind of stuff on Twitter. She was posting it so that she could get,
No, yeah, she personally wrote it like that to
yeah,
be like, oh yeah, I stepped up and showed a guy who's the boss for
right,
disrespecting the transgender community.
right.
That's
For
why
her to get,
that's why she wrote it like that. It was intentional. It's not like
yeah,
she didn't say, oh yeah, actually I didn't do the second poke because I couldn't do it. It was actually my supervisor who actually poked him. So that's why
No, but okay.
I'm calling BS on that. You know, it's
But let
not
me
that
ask you
she
this. Okay. Oh, so you're calling BS like the
on
event
her
that happened that
on
actually
her
happened.
unsuccessful blood draw because of inexperience, and that her supervisors performed the second
So you
successful
think
draw.
that
I think she did
she
both times.
purposefully botched it?
Sure, yeah, she's personally botched it, and yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe
Oh,
she
that's
personally
interesting.
botched
Okay.
it, and then her supervisor step in, or she actually
No, see,
poked him twice.
okay. Let me make it clear. There's two different things that might have happened. Okay, so one is she purposely botched it, right? So then the patient has to get pricked twice, or she's inexperienced, right? And then the patient has to get pricked twice, but then she's happy that that happened, you know, and then she posted it up. So what do you think happened? Do you think she botched it, or the second one
It
that
doesn't matter
she?
because her motive was still the same. That's why she posted that tweet.
Right, I know. Well, it does matter to me. I like the truth.
Well,
Okay.
we can't get the truth because we don't have her on the podcast.
Okay.
This is
you have
just
to
our
step.
our interpretation of the truth. You can't have the
Okay.
truth.
Well, but you're right. You're right. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, she still tweeted that,
Right.
and it made clear that her motive was like, well, he kind of deserved this, whatever, right?
Yeah, I give him he deserved retribution, so I was the one that
Yeah.
delivered justice to him.
Right. But the truth is, yeah, we deserve the truth because if this were to go on trial, I don't know, like in front of a judge, the judge will give her a different sentence based on like, did you maliciously, purposefully, botch this, or was it just inexperience? I'm just
But how can you even prove that either? It just depends on what she says, right? I
you
mean,
you have her do 100 blood draws. I'm just kidding. Let's see how much you. I'm just kidding.
it depends on her story. Like if she says it's
Uh,
way, then that's isn't that what they kind of have to listen to? You can't really prove that she did it on purpose, right?
yeah.
She took a lie detector test, but that's still.
Oh yeah, that's true. That lie detector.
Now imagine you were a patient, you read this.
Mm-hmm,
Not that patient, but just a patient, just the general public in general, and you read that.
mm-hmm.
How would that make you feel?
I'd be pissed
Yeah,
because yeah,
that's unprofessional. It's unprofessional. So
For me, I would
I
it would totally like increase my distrust in the medicine and like medical providers. You know, like now
you're like, oh,
people's
you
already
didn't
have
do
that's
people
fair.
already have a great distrust in medical providers and doctors
it
and
right,
nurses and stuff. Like it's not getting
right,
better, especially with COVID going on and everything. And
right.
this is just making it worse be like, oh, look at these people, they like out just because they have the power to do what they want with us. They just want to,
Right.
hurt us, and for just because we like didn't agree with them about something, or because we didn't fit their own agenda or something. So
Yeah.
that's how I would feel if I was a public person reading this.
Yeah. No, I agree. I wouldn't trust fourth year medical students.